Premier service.
This is absolutely key for Pierce to get this one back big. Get Anna worried about something. Make her doubt herself a little bit. No, she lets her off the hook. I mean, those are the ones you just have to get back.
Well, if you're nervous, you're not going to hit the ball as cleanly. So you've got to aim closer inside the line. Don't go for the line.
Well, that's something that Pierce really doesn't do much at all. I mean, Justine Henin-Hardenne, we've seen her play offense, we've seen her play defense. She knows how to downshift. You know, she knows how to how to do that kind of stuff. Mary Pierce is good in the straightaways, but you know, she's not gonna handle the other stuff the same way.
Well, it is looking like a championship steamroll. 6-1, 3-love. 2 years ago, Justine Henin-Hardenne won her championship here, and she beat her fellow Belgian Kim Kleisters. It was 6-love first set, very similar to this match. Kleisters was able to get back in it. Second set, Henin-Hardenne won 6-4. Mary Pierce faces a game right here that she must hold to have any hope of getting back in.
Premier service.
And if Nick Voluntary could pick up that phone right now, well, what would he be telling Mary Pierce?
Pretty much the same thing he's always told Mary. They've been together on and off for 10 years, and she's back there. She's got a home in Bradenton, Florida, where she lives when she's not playing and training.
You hit the ball, dear. That's what you get. Don't think out there, dear, because that's when you get in trouble.
That's telling you, there's a second career for you.
That's enough.
That's great.
Well, she's just got it. You know, she's just not reacting quickly enough to anything, is she, Pierce? And I mean, more than anything, I'm sure Nick and Dave, they just want Mary to play to her abilities, show the kind of tennis that got her to this final. Because right now she hasn't. I mean, Pierce has had some very nice wins here.
That's called out.
Well, it looked like it was a little wide.
Yeah.
I don't think Justine is going to say much about it.
Carlos Ramos has agreed that it fell wide.
So the call first was good and then wide. That's what got everybody's hopes up there for a moment. Hawkeye confirms.
You can still hit the ball with pace, but you just hit the ball 6 feet inside the baseline, 6 feet inside the sideline. You just don't go for as big a shot as precise.
Do you guys want to hear a gross generalization? Are you up for that? In a bad women's match on clay, the matches go really quickly. Okay? In a bad men's match on clay, they go really long. What do you think of that? I think, honestly, it's true. Get back to me on that one.
Well, I can't agree with that.
Well, I think everybody's thinking, watching this so far, thinking back to tennis history to Graf Zverev on this court 17 years ago.
That was a quickie.
This has already gone longer than that one. And Mary Pierce went with a game point.
I just think when, and we certainly have seen it at this tournament, when the women get tight, you know, they miss, and the points are over quickly. When the guys get tight, they just roll the ball back in the court, and the rallies go longer. As I said, it was a gross generalization. But I think there's some truth to it.
Are you referring to the Puerta match in Davydenko?
A lot of I've been here for 2 full weeks watching a lot of long men's matches that weren't necessarily entertaining. Their entertainment value had ended after the 3-hour mark. They went 5.
So you're suggesting
you agree
a
with the breaker in the 5th?
A curfew.
And I've watched a lot of bad women's matches that went very quickly. Listen to the fans applaud. They're trying so hard. They're staying behind Mary. No jeers, no whistles. They want her to. Look, she's 30 years old. It's a surprise that she got this far. She's acquitted herself beautifully, Pierce, beating among others the world's #1 Lindsay Davenport. They would love to see a good match from her.
And again, remember, since she won here 5 years ago, she's only won 1 tournament in 5 years. That highlights how improbable this appearance is. And she's had you sense her attitude has been she's enjoying every minute of it, knowing it may not happen again. Well, finally, something from Mary Pierce to pump her fist about on the board.
She's still not smiling, but at least she's got something going, perhaps.
There's been a lot of dramatic changes over the years in big women's matches. So
the last time a 30-year-old played for this championship was Martina Navratilova 18 years ago. The last time a 30-year-old played for any Grand Slam title was Martina at Wimbledon 11 years ago.
That's right. She was 37. 37 years old, 8 months. Lost to Conchita Martinez. And Chris Evert was 31 when she won this for the last time, back in '86. Her 7th Roland Garros title.
And so much of the story of this French Open has been the Oviches, Iviches, Evas, and Ovas, all of whom were between 15 and 18 that are infiltrating the women's tour with success. And here we have a 30-year-old who stands on this final Saturday. Well, tomorrow we've got a Spaniard and an Argentine once again playing for the French Open Championship. The men's title, Rafael Nadal, off his dismantling of Roger Federer last night, will try to complete this run, and he'll face Mariano Puerta of Argentina live tomorrow morning here on NBC.
That's a nice smile, isn't it? She hit so many of them to get to this final round. There have been so few so far today. They're still trying to get her going. So instead of 30 all, and something for Justine Henin-Hardenne to maybe think about, worry about, she's got a game point for a 4-1 lead in the second.
And then finishing it with that beautiful backhand. 2 games of the championship.
You are unique. Raymond James financial advisors know this. With one of the most comprehensive ranges of financial services and a culture of independence, they have the freedom to offer unbiased advice that's right for you. Raymond James, individual solutions from independent advisors.
Greatest moments of the French Open presented by Raymond James. In 1992, an 18-year-old Monica Seles at the peak of her career looked for her third straight French Open title and met in the championship two-time champion herself, Steffi Graf. It was an epic 2-hour, 43-minute finale with Monica Seles finally prevailing at 10-8 in the third set. The first woman in over 50 years to win 3 straight titles at Roland Garros. And that is the match that a 10-year-old Justine Henin was in the stands with her mother, promising her mom that she would play here someday. 2 years later, her mother died.
Well, you'll be noticing that replay of that point, Monica Seles mixing her shots up there, and she's known as a big hitter that played one way, the way Mary's talks about Pierce. Good on the straightaways, not so good around the turns. She should try to take something from a Monica Seles who was able to keep her opponents off balance. It's interesting because Monica was the first female player that I ever saw that stepped. She had 2 hands on both sides, but she stepped inside the baseline off the return and went for big returns and really hurt her opponent. And she's really changed the way the women's game is played to me.
She took the ball so early, and she was always inside the court. And in recent years, when she's tried to come back, she's lost that. She's not nearly inside the court as much, so she doesn't have the same aggression and can't find the same angles. She found more short court angles than anybody.
Monica Seles has not played since the French Open 2 years ago. She's still hopeful of mounting a comeback. 58 minutes last year for Messina.
Justine Henin-Hardenne is so far and away the best clay court woman tennis player, and it's not like on the guys' side where there are dozens and dozens of men whose best surface is slow red clay. The best women players, almost every one of them, is better. They're better on hard courts, fast courts.
She's trying to change gears here. That's exactly what she did these last few points. Play with a lot more topspin. And she's actually daring Henin to go for too much. She's dumped 2 forehands in a row in the net.
Change up.
It's got to try to do something different.
First serve down the middle. She also changed. Now look at Mary Pierce. She's right back at the service line, ready and wait a second there for Justine.
She's not going to win a lot of touch contests at net. But the good news is she was up 45, Ted. She still has another chance to win this point in this game. Especially given the fact she plays with 2 hands, and then she's got to go to the one-hander. Not a natural stroke for her.
Just when she had a game in sight, missed at net, now in her 4th double.
In the first final that Mary Pierce played here, she lost to Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. 11 years later, she's playing a souped-up version of Arantxa Sanchez Vicario. Asia won this 3 times. Playing an awful lot like Anna does.
That looked a little wide.
That's out. It is called out.
You'll be happy to know, Ted and Mary, that Rancher warmed me up for my seniors doubles today.
Is that right?
Still hitting the ball well. She's first ball, she comes out. That ball was clearly wide. She can still play some good doubles and mix, I can assure you that.
She played doubles here with Martina Navratilova. They lost right away, but Martina got herself to the mixed doubles final with Leander Paes. So they lost to Fabrice Santura and Daniela Hantukova.
She should keep Leander on the payroll.
Well, this is obviously
full time.
This is the end of the road for Mary Pierce. This point she must save. And she does for the moment stay alive.
Well, that's the first sign of her nerves from Justine right there. Pretty easy return of serve. Missed wide. Normally when you play doubles, you warm up with your partner. But Yannick Noah, who I play with, he's not practicing a whole lot. He saves himself for the match. Yeah. Spending a lot of time singing, selling out concerts all over France. Justine is so much more natural at net. She can make things happen like she did in this point and come in and you feel confident that she's going to hit a good volley. With Mary, it's a bit of a wing and a prayer up there. And she's got so much feel and touch. She saw Mary well behind the baseline. She's got another chance to get up and serve this one out if she wins this point.
And a double fault, the second game that Mary Pierce has lost on a double. And now Justine Henin-Hardenne serves for her second French Open championship. After her mother passed away, Justine Henin-Hardenne had a falling out with her father. She really spent much of her youth once she moved to a tennis-playing city at the age of 14 under the care and guidance of her coach, Carlos Rodriguez. She came here and she won the junior championship at the age of 15 in 1997. And now trying for her second ladies title.
Pierce seems destined to be holding up the runner-up trophy when she first contested for the trophy and lost. She said she'd been up the night before worrying about how well she could speak in French. She didn't sleep well going into that final, and it showed. But her French, at least, is much better than it was.
It was absolutely beautiful when she gave her speech here in 2000.
She's not going to sleep well tonight.
Justine at 5'5", 126 pounds, generate that kind of power. You think, Mary, what it could have been had Martina Hingis been able to play anything like this woman has.
She just, I don't think she ever had the commitment to all the physical fitness that's required to play the brand of tennis that Justine plays. They're about the same size, but Hingis got knocked out of this game by all the power and by some injuries. Just couldn't take all the heat. This one can.
I mean, Hingis had a good run, and to me, if she was healthy, she'd still be in the top 5 or 6 in the world without a serve.
I don't think so, John. But wow.
Sadly, we'll never know. Too young to have quit at the age she did.
And so Mary Pierce checking and acknowledging the ace, and it's championship point.
This one just burns.
Justine Henin-Hardenne, her first final, amazingly, was at Wimbledon as a 19-year-old. She's won each of the others, and she's won the Olympic gold medal. She celebrates a second championship at Roland Garros. An illness and a viral infection last year that left her so weak she would spend 18 hours a day in bed at points. She has rebounded to win Roland Garros for the second time. And now the Belgians and the French alike all stand for the champion.
Well, I thought Henin was going to win this. I did not think it would be this one-sided. It's too bad that it was such a mismatch today.
She called her Olympic gold medal in Athens last summer the most satisfying thing she's done in tennis. I wonder if that will still hold. Come back and win this championship for a second time. As demanding as it is to win on this surface, and how much it means to her to win here.
When you're playing for your country and she had not played through a large part of last year, you can see why that was so big. And she's won this, but after what she's been through, it's got to feel awful good to be on top of the tennis world again.
Her fourth Grand Slam championship. Her second on the clay of Roland Garros. And as decisive as anyone could have imagined, her husband leaping to his feet and pointing there, still seated. The only coach she's ever had from age 14, Carlos Rodriguez.
He doesn't even have to get up anymore.
Well, she was #1 in this sport before illness felled her last year, and she's heading back in that direction, looking up at the sky towards her mother as she did 2 years ago. French Open champion Justine Henin-Hardenne. The ceremony straight ahead.
De la
The ladies champion at Roland Garros for 2005, Justine Henin-Hardenne, 6-1, 6-1 over Mary Pierce. As we watch Court Suzanne Langlois now being, Court Philippe Chatrier, excuse me, being prepared for the awarding of the Coupe Suzanne Langlois, and doing that, one of France's newest sport heroes, Laura Manadou, a three-time medalist in the Athens Olympics, first French woman Olympic swimming champion in the history of the games. She won the gold in the 400-meter freestyle, and as always, she's accompanied by the president of the French Tennis Federation, Christian Beams. And of course, with Paris hopeful of being the host city for the 2012 games, the decision coming up in 1 month. Another reason to have Laura Manadou out here. She is referenced here as the ambassador of Paris 2012. And Mary Pierce now approaching the stage. And we see signs of how emotional this is for Mary.
Vainqueur de ces internationaux de France 2005, elle remporte son 4e titre du Grand Chelem.
The difference between a champion who expects that she'll have this chance again and the runner-up who knows it may never happen again.
You've had the best 2 weeks you've had in 5 years, and then you have to sort of suffer through this. It just shows you the change of fortune's a little rough. It happens so fast.
There's no denying the worthiness of this champion. This country will now enjoy both players having a chance to speak in French.
In honor of the winner, the national anthem of Belgium.
Now the national anthem of Belgium. Belgium is a constitutional monarchy, and Prince Philippe is here, and a magnificent tennis fan. The successes of Justine and Kim Clijsters have made tennis more popular than ever. There's Prince Philippe of Belgium.
Merci. C'est beaucoup d'émotions pour moi aujourd'hui. Vous savez, j'ai vécu des moments un peu difficiles l'année dernière, et il fut une époque où je me demandais encore si j'allais pouvoir revenir à mon meilleur niveau et un jour de nouveau gagner un tournoi du Grand Chelem. J'espérais que ce soit ici à Roland-Garros. Maintenant, c'est chose faite et ça me comble de bonheur. Je voudrais bien sûr remercier toute l'organisation qui, une fois de plus, a fait un travail extraordinaire. Tous les sponsors, Sony Ericsson de supporter le Tour depuis tant d'années maintenant. Merci.
Thanks the crowd, much emotion.
J'ai quelques remerciements vraiment très personnels à effectuer. Je voudrais Je voudrais remercier ma famille, mes amis, Julie et Thierry, merci. C'est un bonheur de vous avoir dans ma vie. Merci à mon époux, Pierre-Yves. Je sais que c'est pas toujours facile de me supporter, mais je trouve ça extraordinaire à peine 25 ans de gérer tout ça comme tu le fais. Je suis très très fière de toi. Et il va pas aimer ça, mais je voudrais dédier ma victoire à mon entraîneur parce que ça y est, ça fait jour pour jour, presque 9 ans qu'on travaille ensemble. Et
in fact, all the sponsors, her husband, are always there to support her. Pierre Yves.
Et Carlos, tu dois être une des rares personnes qui m'ait jamais laissé tomber. Alors, sois encore un petit peu courageux, supporte-moi quelques années et j'espère qu'on ira au bout ensemble. Je te remercie très très fort et merci.
Said they dedicated her victory to her coach, Carlos.
Je voudrais féliciter Marie, ça a été une grande quinzaine et ça a été un plaisir pour moi de jouer contre toi aujourd'hui et un grand honneur aussi. Et les derniers remerciements, ils seront pour vous. Vous avez été un public fantastique pendant toute la quinzaine. Merci de votre soutien. Merci beaucoup.
Congratulated Mary Pearson. It was a pleasure to play with her on this final day.
Mary Pierce.
Moment, the champion applauding as well.
Excusez-moi. C'est très difficile de parler là maintenant. Pour moi, je suis très émue. Je suis mélangée d'émotions. Maintenant, tout de suite, là, je suis triste parce que j'ai perdu. Bon, c'est normal quand on perd, mais aussi, je voulais faire un meilleur match. Je suis désolée, ça n'a pas duré très longtemps.
She started obviously by saying how difficult it is for her to speak, and she was very sad that she wanted to play a better match.
J'ai fait mon mieux. Je pense que j'étais au bout physiquement, émotionnellement, mentalement. J'ai passé une quinzaine, mais vraiment plus qu'extraordinaire. C'est même pas un rêve, quoi. Parce que quand j'ai gagné ici en 2000, c'était mon rêve qui est devenu réalité. Et puis de dire que c'était un rêve, c'est plus que ça, parce que les moments difficiles que j'ai vécus, les victoires maintenant sont...
She's disappointed she could not play better. She tried her best. She spent a wonderful 2 weeks here. She was hoping
Parce que les
desperately for a
victoires
victory.
maintenant, ça vaut plus maintenant qu'avant. Et donc, même que j'ai perdu en finale aujourd'hui, je suis contente que je suis arrivée en finale encore une 3e fois. Pour moi, je pensais que jamais, quand j'étais jeune, que j'arrivais 3 fois en finale ici à Roland-Garros et même de gagner une fois. Donc, j'aimerais remercier tout le monde qui est ici aujourd'hui, tout le public, même les gens qui sont venus de Belgique.
Talking there about what a dream it's been to play in 3 finals at Roland Garros, and thanking all of the fans, the French public is supporting her.
Parce que c'est aussi grâce à vous pendant cette quinzaine et puis pendant ma carrière que je suis toujours là et que j'ai toujours l'envie de jouer et que l'année prochaine je vais revenir et puis je vais essayer de faire encore mieux.
And thanks also to the Belgian fans.
Je voudrais féliciter Justine. Bravo. Vraiment, le match a duré pas longtemps. Je pense que j'ai pouvais mieux jouer, mais c'est vrai que tu as joué super. Tu étais vraiment trop forte aujourd'hui, bravo. Tu es un niveau très très haut, donc je te félicite énormément.
And of course, congratulations for a great match to Justine.
Je voudrais aussi remercier ma famille qui est là, qui m'aide beaucoup aussi, qui me soutient. C'est aussi grâce à eux que je suis là et leur l'amour et le soutien aussi à mon frère qui est mon entraîneur. Merci beaucoup.
Thanks to her family and last, of course, her brother, David, and trainer.
Je t'aime très fort et je sais des fois c'est peut-être pas facile. Et puis mon préparateur physique Xavier, qui d'autre? Bob, toutes les kinés qui m'ont beaucoup soigné, donc qui m'a beaucoup aidé aussi, le docteur Montalvan qui m'a beaucoup aidé pendant cette quinzaine aussi. Le staff WTA, tous les sponsors, Sony Ericsson qui sponsor le tour.
Longer than the match.
Ça vous plaît pas, non? aussi très important.
Feeling a little better about her French these days.
Parce qu'ils m'attendent tous les soirs très tard. Je suis la dernière, donc c'est très gentil qu'ils restent tous les soirs pour moi très tard. Aussi, toutes les ramasseurs et les ramasseuses de balles, merci beaucoup, vous étiez géniaux.
She has thanked everyone. That's the summary.
You know that.
Got the reaction, of course, for thanking the title sponsor of the WTA Tour.
Il faut les remercier aussi.
I'm listening to see if she thanks us for calling the match home.
Je suis obligée de dire quelques mots en anglais parce que je sais qu'il y a ma famille, mon père et tout ça qui ne parlent pas français et qui me regardent, donc je voudrais juste dire quelques mots en anglais vite fait. I just want to say a few words to the people in the States that are watching. I want to thank you for all your love and your support. I want to thank you, all my friends that have been praying for me. I want to thank my father who's watching. Thank you for all your help and support. I want to thank Nick and everybody that's helped me to be here. Thank you very much. I love you.
Nice lady.
Well, after
she's something.
After fighting to compose herself, she did quite well.
She couldn't do that during the match, but she sure recovered for this moment.
Well, we'll come back and hear from both Mary and Justine. Justine Henin-Hardenne winning her second Coupe Suzanne Langlong. Her fourth championship overall and the second here in Paris in this championship that has meant so much in her life to her family, devoted husband and coach. And lastly, for her mother, she promised she would play here one day. Another championship for Belgium, Justine Henin-Hardenne. The French Open on NBC, presented by Raymond James, brought to you by Honda. See your Honda dealer and the great values now being offered. And by Lincoln Financial Group, providing powerful resources to help you say, hello, future. Back at court, Philippe Chatrier, down to Bud Collins with Mary.
Mary Pierce, this was a triumphant tournament for you. It was a bad beating, but yet you beat the #1 player in the world, Lindsay Davenport. You generated a lot of love here today, and this wasn't always the case.
Yeah, I think that's the magic word, really, is love, and I think the power of love is amazing, and thanks to that is also the reason that I'm standing here today, the love of God and the love of my family and my friends and everybody that's been helping me and praying for me.
11 years after your first major, you know, not many players in history can say that. Here you are, and you're still going, but how painful was that?
You know, I think I just got to the end physically and emotionally. I gave everything that I had for these whole 2 weeks, and it's been a fantastic tournament. It's just been amazing to reach the finals again. So I'm very happy for that, but I'm very sad that I lost and that I wish I would have played a better match.
What is it about Henin-Hardenne that makes her the champion?
She's just a great fighter, and she's a great player. She has just a great, solid game all around. All her shots are very strong.
Was there any time that you thought you might get back into it?
Well, I started off really good. I won the first game.
Yes, and then 9.
And then after that, it didn't go so well. You know, I made a lot of unforced errors today, and there were also forced errors from Justine, but just doesn't feel like it was my day. It wasn't meant to be.
Just one of those days. Well, you gave us a terrific tournament. Mary, thank you very much. Ted?
Thank you.
Thanks.
Well, very gracious as she was in her speech, again with Bud, Mary Pierce, disappointed that she could not put up the better fight. But I fight a great word to describe the two-time French Open champion. We'll hear from Justine when we come back.